Welcome Pisces to your reading for December 2020. I'm going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot, as well as pulling an oracle card for you from the Sacred Rebels Oracle. What clear guidance can we give Pisces for December 2020 that is in their highest good? My intention with this reading is that you use your intuition as you look at the spread and weave your own story that is relevant to your life, at the same time that you're listening to my perspective. Using your discernment, knowing that my story is going to be relevant to my experience and may not resonate with you. Don't try to shoehorn it into your experience. However, what I do enjoy about watching other tarot readers is getting their perspective, seeing how they interpret their cards. There's always some nugget of wisdom in whatever they're saying. Sometimes there's not. But words are powerful only when we believe them and put emotion behind them. So always, always use your discernment. So what helpful images do we have? Helpful images. Maybe helpful images. Helpful insights do we have for Pisces for December 2020? These will be reversals. We have the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Page of Cups. We have the Hierophant, Eight of Swords, and Eight of Cups in the reverse, and Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We have three fives, which speak of change: Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and Five of Wands. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Five of Wands. We have these witches, and they all have their own opinion as to how they think that this brew should be made. And while they're arguing over it, there's this fire happening, and the brew is getting out of control. There could be some regret over an argument or the way things went down at a get-together, because we do see this little witch, and she is on her knees mourning these three spilled cups, and it looks like there was a party here, and it looks like these witches are at a gathering as well. So there might have been some sort of gathering where there were words said, or there was competition, or people didn't get along, and now there's regret over over a missed opportunity to have a good time because we were caught up in getting our own way. And the Five of Pentacles is about being left out in the cold, feeling like you're not included. And there seems to be someone who is experiencing this Six of Wands. So whether this is you here, or if this is you, either way, there is someone who is enjoying the fruits of their labor. They're being celebrated for who they are. They're showing kindness and compassion to others. They're giving, and they celebrate. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. This makes sense now. So the Six of Wands is all about knowing that a group has come together in order to succeed. This is about sharing the fruits of your labor, sharing the celebrity, knowing that you're not a lone wolf, that you didn't get to where you are all by yourself, that you had the support of others, that everyone worked together in order for you to succeed, or in order for a community to achieve this peace and harmony. So this is showing credit where credit is due, which is the opposite of the Five of Wands energy. This is like every man for himself, wanting it to be a certain way, wanting to take credit for it, and causing this this fire and this sort of dangerous situation here. And this is the opposite energy. This is coming together, community coming together, and everyone being celebrated. Sometimes when we're left out in the cold and she's shining a lantern in the direction of the Six of Wands, when we're left out in the cold, we sort of realize how things could have gone down. We could have realized where we should have been more generous. And this speaks of the Five of Cups as well. But these are minor arcana, so it's not like a major occurrence. And we do begin with the Six of Pentacles as well. We see this witch, and she's giving to the young and she's giving to the old equally, and she's sort of somewhere in between in terms of age. But the Six of Pentacles, again, is sharing, being generous, giving to people in need, sharing your wisdom, your insight, your high vibration. And it could have to do with family, because we have the Ten of Pentacles beneath the Six of Pentacles here as well. And we see the generations here. We see the young, middle, and older person. And again, we see the generations here as well. So the elderly need our support, and the youth need our support. It's like you're in this position to be giving to both sides, because you have grown out of the stage where you're dependent on others for your financial security, for your needs, everyday needs. And you haven't yet reached the elderly stage where our faculties are in decline, or maybe we don't know how to use the internet, or technology has gotten away from us. So I feel like there is a lot of giving that you're doing, and sometimes that can be very draining. It can feel like we're always giving and not receiving back, but there is a giving here. It's just a different kind of energy exchange. We get love and support from our family, we get community, we get a new perspective, we have wisdom from our elders, and we have the energy of the youth. And in exchange, we offer them our time, our energy. So there is an exchange happening that is equal. And that's how we achieve the Six of Wands, recognizing that people are giving to us equally as we are giving to them, and we all celebrate and enjoy the fruits of those labors. So the Ten of Pentacles is very much different feeling than the Five of Pentacles. The difference between being left out in the cold on your own, wanting to do things all by yourself, to the Five of Pentacles, and community. You know, maybe someone isn't as skilled as you, but they do have something to offer. And knowing that all parts are working together leads to this Ten of Pentacles. So that's the Hierophant as well. There is commitment, there is tradition here, there is a way of doing things. There's lessons that are learned with the Hierophant. And then we're ending with two eights, the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Swords is being trapped by our mind, by the stories that we tell ourselves that aren't necessarily true or rooted in reality. And then the Eight of Cups is the inability to move on. This is staying put and being content with the Eight Cups here. The Eight Cups is a pretty solid number. The 8 is hard earned. It's comfortable. It provides for us. But the 8 of Cups is not the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, nor is it the 10 of Cups, the pinnacle of happiness and contentment, whatever that means to you. So for some reason here, we are allowing our thoughts and our anxieties, perhaps maybe even some conditioning that is held over from generations, to keep us trapped in place. Maybe it's even the comfort of this family situation keeping us in place, keeping us from really going on that journey, which is a risk. It's a risk to go on this Eight of Cups journey, walking away from something that is very comfortable and satisfying. It keeps a roof over our heads. You know, we're here, we're enjoying our parents and our cousins and our pets. But somehow we know that there is more. But are we willing to take that journey? And the Page of Cups is here. The Page of Cups is an offering of love. Page of Cups is news on an emotional level. This is also someone who is very enthusiastic about beauty and about love and about joy and about playfulness. And it is right above this Eight of Cups here. I almost want to say that there could be a sense of regret or a sense of these Three of Cups being not experienced or celebrated because we're allowing our thoughts, our conditioning, our need for comfort, our need for family, our need for safety, our need for tradition, or even if it's a need, if it's not a need, it's a conditioning that we have, that we're afraid that we'll experience this Five of Pentacles if we leave, if we take up this paintbrush and paint an entirely different portrait for ourselves of who we are. I mean, it's like this Five of Pentacles is shining a light or this lantern in the direction of this Six of Wands, almost like is that a possibility? Could that really be true for me? And am I willing to paint a new portrait of myself, which is the Six of Wands? Can I release myself from conditioning, from anxiety, from thought forms that aren't serving me, and go on a journey that is a risk? Can I leave behind the comfort of who I know I am, or who other people believe me to be? And can I create a whole new portrait of myself? Well, Pisces, it's an interesting one. Let's pull a Sacred Rebels Oracle for you. What else can we add to Pisces reading that is in their highest good? Going beyond normal, spirals of manifestation is at the bottom, and I just got going beyond normal for it was Libra. This is the card, number 14. I mean, immediately I'm thinking of going beyond, your normal self, who you, everyone seems to know who you are here with the Five of Wands. Can you go beyond with the Eight of Cups? Can you go beyond that? Incorporate more of who you are. Okay, so number 14 is, on the path of life, there are deciding moments where we can choose to go with the mainstream, or we can dare to take a bolder, more authentic and trusting way, even if it seems riskier or less safe. To rely solely on logic and science without incorporating the mysterious and magical is a recipe for an existence that is far too dry. The sacred rebel within our hearts will always choose a juicier approach to life. You are currently approaching such a choice point. You could say that the choice is about balance. It is less about choosing to honor either art or science, gardening or architecture, and more about integrating all approaches so that you can enhance rather than hinder your life's journey. I'm going to skip around. It says, there is a time and a place for logic, strategy, planning, and measurable outcomes. These are not bad tools to have, but we must be vigilant not to worship them or allow them to quash our less rational but equally valuable decision-making tools, intuition, feelings, and those things you know without knowing how you know them. The flowing inspirational energy of the heart may have no conceivable basis in logic or reason and still be uncannily accurate. To remain rebellious, we must not sacrifice the art of emotion, instinct, passion, and intuition for the science of logic and strict planning. You are being asked to stay open to the intuitive approach in your life, your work, your creativity, as well as in your spiritual journey. The intuitive approach can be likened to the method of a gardener or an artist. There is a sense of what might work, where, and a loose or even a detailed plan, but how the plan is carried out will depend on and respond to the flow of its surroundings. There is no need to control the situation, but rather a desire to nurture an idea to fruition. You may have pressures around you from the world or from your own conditioned nature to do things according to the rules, to a deadline, or to the accepted mainstream view that you need a well thought out plan for success in a commercial venture. However, sometimes the best plan is to do what feels intuitively truthful in the moment and to trust that you are being led towards your own growth. Well, that really makes me think of this Hierophant and the Eight of Swords. Needing a plan, needing to follow the rules. The Hierophant is all about tradition and establishments, things that have been around for a long time, which includes the way to do things. And you could be feeling the pressures from the world or from your own conditioned nature. So we could have been conditioned, everyone, we all have our patterns that are conditioned into us from our families, from tradition, from just the culture that we live in, to do things according to the rules, to a deadline, or to the accepted mainstream view that you need a well thought out plan for success in a commercial venture. So that could be what's holding you back here from the Eight of Cups. You don't need a plan. And this is the Page of Cups. This is the creative process, bringing something to life. This is with play, with joy, with intuition. Again, I'm skipping around. It says, this oracle brings you a special piece of guidance. You are moving outside of the plan. You are living on the border of what is socially accepted. This is good. This is fringe dwelling freedom. Others might not see this about you straight away, as you seem pretty normal, but the secret eccentric streak is just waiting to show itself. And maybe you are an out and proud fringe dweller, completely comfortable with this way of being. Either way, this oracle brings you the message that you now have a chance to live from the heart more deeply and expressively than ever before. It wants you to realize that this is a legitimate, empowered, and creative way to live that honors all of who you are. You can give up forcing or squashing yourself down into a very limited set of so-called desirable qualities like intellect and control. And then there's a healing process at the end, which I really like, so we're going to read it. It says, say aloud, I now call on unconditional love and ask for the blessings of the heart to be witnessed and sanctioned by the great universal creator, so that I may rise above small-mindedness and use the best of what human culture has to offer in service to love through my own free will, so be it. Say, may the wisdom and guiding hand of the great gardener who works with unconditional love nurture the garden of my soul into magnificence. I dare to live creatively from my heart and thrive. Here is going beyond normal. Well, Pisces, that's your reading for December. Thanks for listening. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for giving me a like. And please subscribe to my channel and come back in January. Thanks, Pisces. Bye.